Together, we are all proud to be Kenyatta University alumni.
As you are watching this video, just know I am burning. It is so hot. If anything looks wrong with my makeup, just know I have tried my best. So you are in your 20s and you are confused. So am I. You are in the right place. A little background of why I decided to do this video is recently I've been going through a crisis. I don't know whether it's an identity crisis, whether it's a crisis, whatever, just a confusing period in my life. After uni, I really struggled finding my place in the world. During uni and before uni, I had this plan in my mind that I thought would work. Then I finished uni, and then the day after my graduation, I was like, and then what? I didn't know where to start. I felt so stuck. So I started doing writing, academic writing, and that's what I did for a while. Then now I'm a HR manager. It's not something that I thought I would be doing in my early 20s or even before that. Right now it's better because I have a stable job, something that I can rely on. But before I got the HR job, things just seemed to be floating in limbo. I felt like I was running behind, like I need to catch up to things, but I don't know where to start, almost like I want to give up. If you are in that stage of your life where you feel like, okay, what the hell, what is life? No one prepared me for adulthood, and I actually agree with you. No one prepares us enough. I found this book called Navigating Your 20s by Dr. Meg J, who is a psychologist, and she deals with people in their 20s. The more I listen to the book, the more I realize this is something that all 20-somethings go through. She gives enough advice, at least to give somebody a starting point and to know that you're not alone, because that's the thing that is the worst. You feel like you are going through it alone, but actually all 20-somethings, if they were to be honest, at one period or another, they have felt something like this. The first area she talks about is identity crisis. Identity crisis is a period of uncertainty or confusion in somebody's life. I think that definition just sums up the 20s. You are uncertain. If you think about it, this is our first trial of being adults. There is so much that we're expected to do, yet we don't have any experience. I'm broke, I can't pay rent, but I'm supposed to be going out every weekend. Everyone on Instagram seems to be going out on holiday every week, so maybe I should be doing that because I'm in my 20s. There is so much expectations, and we don't know any of this. The term identity crisis was coined by a man called Erik Erikson. He started off his 20s wanting to be like an artist. In the end, he ended up becoming a developmental theorist. He's not even close to being an artist, but in his early 20s, that's what he wanted. As his career and his age developed, things happened that he ended up pursuing something else he was passionate about. That can be said to a lot of people. You start off wanting to be something, you pursue that thing, and then one thing leads to another. You end up becoming a different thing than you thought. That's what we should be told in our 20s. As time goes by, things will pan out the way they're supposed to pan out. This period is the time where we change the most and we become the adults that we are going to be in the future. Somewhere that I didn't even expect. I think what we should focus on is what she talks about next in the book, which is building identity capital. Identity capital are personal assets that we accumulate over time. So like your degree is an identity capital because you worked 4 years and you got a degree. Skills that you have gained over time, talents, any problem solving skills, the way you carry yourself, it's not the same today as it was 5 years ago, and it's because of the changes that you have gone through in your life. I would say one of my identity capital maybe would have been gained from when I ran a freelancing business. I got to deal with different kind of people. I gained knowledge over time, and from doing freelancing, which wasn't even part of my plan ever. But because I went through those experiences, I built the character that I have today. In our 20s, that should be our main focus. You are not going to have 10 years experience in 5 years. This is the period where you are building that capital to one day say, I have 10 years experience. There's things that you are learning that you will use in the future without even knowing it. So that should be our focus. You may feel like you are alone, but trust me, everyone, almost everyone in their 20s right now is going through the same. But if you have this different mindset where you think, yeah, today I'm doing this job as an intern somewhere and I'm working for free, but you're thinking of the experience that you're gaining and the connections that you're gaining with the people that you're interacting with, as time goes by, you are building the character. You don't just wake up and now you are a successful person. Even if you are born into money, there's things you need to work for in order to build your reputation, and that's what you are doing right now. That's why this period is so confusing, because it feels like you are working so hard but you can't see the result. And the reason why you can't see the result, because you are in the process. In 5-10 years you will see those results. Just be patient. Even those people that you see in their 40s, in their 50s, your boss, he started where you are. The difference between him and maybe somebody else who didn't make it as far as he did is that he didn't give up. Just give yourself time. Focus on building those characters. Your job may seem hard. When it seems hard, those are the things that build character. You can only gain character if you go through such things. You won't be the same place you are today that you were yesterday if you are doing something about it. I know sometimes when you are being shown everything, you feel like you are nuisance and like you are annoying, but how else will you know? How else will you be the one in charge if you don't get taught by those ones who are in charge now? I don't know if any of the things I'm saying make sense, but they make sense in my head. Hopefully they make sense to you. And if you enjoyed watching this video, consider subscribing, liking, sharing, whatever you want to do. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.